we cannot compete directly with NASA or SpaceX for now. Why? Because they have too much money to for this. But where we can compete with them is technology, which is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I have to explain you a little bit how is the problem, the vicious circle of the actual space technology. And after that, you understand much better why we can do it and they cannot do it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, here at the 0 meter altitude, to go to space is to go to 100 kilometers altitude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you go there, that doesn't mean even you can pass more than 100. You can go to 400, 500. That means it's not an orbital. It's not an orbital flight. It's suborbital. Why? Because to orbit, you have to go around to the Earth with a speed around 28,000 kilometers per hour. That means 8 kilometers per second. What is the problem? What is the big problem? Here, at 0 meter, the air is very, very dense. We cannot feel it. Why? Because we are going very, very slow. But if you go with a certain speed, the air is like a wall. Become like it's viscous. It's like honey.
Mm-hmm.
So to go from this altitude till 100, more than 100, and to be able to orbit the Earth, that means a lot of a huge span of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the problem. This is the main problem. But the problem is you have to understand a little bit of physics. And I prepare here. This is a formula here. I don't know if you can see it.
No, I cannot see it.
So doesn't matter. Here is the drag force. That means the force which is opposite you with your motion is the drag coefficient, which is something which is related to the shape, to the environment and speed. The cross section area of that vehicle, and this multiplied with density and square of speed by 2. So what means and the power is F force multiplied with speed. That means the power necessary is direct proportional with the cube of the speed. Mm-hmm. So what you can do, what you can change. The problem is the force, the drag force, which is opposite, being direct proportional with the cross section of this. All the rockets must be narrow. Mm-hmm. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, the rockets are narrow, long and narrow. Why? Because they have to have a narrow cross section,
mm-hmm.
a small cross section, and meanwhile to have a drag coefficient as low as possible. The problem is that the actual aerodynamics doesn't allow to reach a drag coefficient so low, which, for example, a bullet has around 0.4, 0.5. A bomb, the same. A rocket, almost the same. And this drag coefficient increase a lot during the transonic regime. So mm-hmm. if you go from more than 0.9 Mach, this increase several times till a certain value, and after that decrease slow till 2.5, 2.4 Mach. Mm-hmm. For that reason, Concorde has the cruise speed at 2.0. What I want to tell you, so to go outside must be sharp. Must be sharp to have a drag coefficient low and the cross section to be also very small. The problem is, let me finish because you must understand. Okay, it's not okay. You can put here the payload, satellite or capsule. I don't know what you want to go outside to in the space. But the problem is, if you go, let's say, and you can orbit, that means you can reach 28 Mach, 28,000 kilometers per hour. More than 8 kilometers per second, you are able to orbit the Earth. But the problem is that your payload, which orbit, accumulates a huge kinetic energy. And the problem is the re-entry. Because you go, for example, to ISS to change the astronauts or something else to go with supplies, and after that you have to go back to the Earth. Then this is the vicious circle of actual technology. Why? Because you have to be narrow and sharp to go outside to go in space, and but to re-entry you have to dissipate this huge kinetic energy. That means to have a blunt bottom to dissipate to the friction with the air to dissipate this kinetic energy. So and to slow enough to open the parachutes. So this is the technology. The problem is you have to be narrow and sharp to go outside, and you have to be blunt and big to re-entry. This is the problem. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason, the rockets are like that. And here you can see some time of fairing here, which is much bigger, because there is a capsule who must re-entry, and the bottom of that capsule must be blunt and big.
Mm-hmm.
So, no. How we can solve this problem? We can solve very, very elegant. Why? With such kind of shape, we are going outside using this, and we are going to re-entry using the bottom, which solve this problem, which is not the technology of NASA or SpaceX now.
Okay, so that's a technology that's been tested in the lab, that's been proven, right?
Yeah, this is the basic explanation. So we have, for example, drag coefficient here about 0.03. A rocket, a classic rocket, has around 0.5, 0.7, even 0.8 to the transonic. So we can go, let's say, more than 10 times, we can spend power to go outside less than 10 times related to a classic rocket. This is the idea. So that means we can spend much less energy to go in space, and of course much less fuel or something else. So this is allow us to approach the horizontal takeoff and landing technology. And for that reason, I affirm that we can transform in the future all the big airports in the spaceports, because spending much less energy, that means is allowable to go from horizontal takeoff